Hey, what's up, y'all? And this is a Lite-Bulb moment.
I'm Asania.
And I'm Deshaun.
And it's a motivational podcast.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, awesomeness. I love motivational podcasts.
Stay tuned.
Y'all check it out. What's up, y'all? This is the Lite-Bulb Moment Podcast, and I am Deshaun.
And I'm Asania.
Yup.
Taylor.
So,
Awesome, baby.
Awesome Taylor. Awesome Nia.
Awesome Nia. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Dr.
64 Uptown in that ass.
Is that one too?
This is my video game attack.
Oh, okay. Come through, gaming community.
That's what we do, baby. We go hard. We go hard. How you doing today, man?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Goodness.
It's been a minute.
It has been some time, yes. It definitely has.
Glad we're getting back on this kick.
It is. And we were talking about relationships earlier, and I think we're going to go ahead and roll it into the show, too.
Right. Because relationships are important.
They're very important. They're all around us, your relationship from yourself, to...
Everything is a relationship.
Everything is a relationship.
Like you're joking, or are you spitting bars?
All right. Well, I'm laying them down real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Spitting knowledge, dropping jewels. I was just I looked up the definition of relationship, and literally that's what it was.
Research.
It was a connection between an individual, a job, a corporation, a business, people, so on and so forth. So that's a broad word that we use.
Right. It is.
Most conversations to describe the connection between you and a person.
Right.
Like, we don't never identify the type of relationship we have.
Because there's levels to this, right?
Oh, snap.
It's like real life levels.
All right, Ferg, I'm on the new level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm about to lose my water, man. But, no, man, for real. It's very important, and I don't think we put enough energy in trying to develop them in the correct way. But yeah, it's multiple. You got business relationships,
family,
friendships, intimate,
co-worker.
Yep.
And intimate. And what would be like a marriage? Because that's more than an intimate relationship. Partnership?
Nah, man, that's a business transaction.
So marriage is a business transaction. So do you think marriage is more about love than it is about... marriage is more about the transaction than it is about the love and the connection and all that good stuff? Do you think it's more so about how people pair together and live together?
Yeah, I mean, do you really have to, get married? It's a business transaction because now you know you're going to commit yourself to that person. You're trying to build something. You're trying to build a family with them. And that's going to involve a lot of financial transactions.
Yeah.
Because think about it, the biggest thing when you get divorced is not really the fact that you're separating from the person. Like, that probably is an issue, but then you got to split. You got the children, the money, the house, the cars, and say you have a business together. You got all these different factors. Those are factors that play in. So now it's not just about the fact that you and this person connect and y'all grown and y'all have a natural, y'all just have this chemistry.
Right.
Now it's like, what have we established with each other?
Right.
On a more financial level.
Right.
Than just a personal level.
And everybody want their shit.
Yeah, everybody want their stuff.
Right.
Everybody. So, yeah, I mean, marriage, I don't knock marriage. I don't think there's anything wrong with marriage, but I don't think we really looking at how deep marriage is.
I think we do kind of take a quick look and don't really dive into it.
Nah, man. I think we minimize the severity of marriage.
Right. It's some real stuff. It's probably some of the realest things you'll ever do.
Right, it is.
I
say it's a business transaction because one of my good friends, man, before he settled down, him and his now current wife purchased the house together. I was like, are y'all getting married? Because y'all just made one of the biggest financial transactions.
Too, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So they did it before they got married?
They did it before they got married.
Okay.
That's how I knew, you marrying her.
Y'all must be getting, you married. You married her.
It's probably going to cost you a pretty penny to try to figure out how to get this. I don't know. You probably had to get a lawyer, invest in lawyers.
Yeah. But either way, it's a big decision.
It's a big decision.
You know.
So,
yeah.
But as far as relationships, I would rather, today I want to discuss more of the intimate aspect relationships.
Okay.
The relationships, the male and female dynamic, and how we interact and communicate. And living in Atlanta, I'm gonna have to be more
open-minded.
Open-minded
in
Atlanta. So not
it's all
just the
type
male
of romantic relationships.
The intimate aspect. So the male and female, the male and male, and the female and female.
We'll just say the human and the human. The intimacy between humans. We'll say that.
The intimacy between humans and their ability to communicate.
On a romantic level, right?
Right. Let me phrase that. Communicate and convey their emotions in a healthy manner within a relationship, and the different things that affect, like socially, that affect that dynamic or that ability to communicate.
Right.
Make sure I got my words crossed. But I don't know, man.
Stop.
I'm a time. But I'm curious to why you think. Okay, I want to know your opinion. Why do you think we pursue intimate relationships?
I think everybody needs somebody sometimes. Like that song, everybody needs somebody sometimes. No,
yeah, you need to get back in the studio,
no,
man. You so need to get back in the studio. So it's all going hard.
But, I know, right? It feel like it's like trying to come out.
It's trying to come out, bro. You was dropping bars.
That's crazy.
Pre-production,
right,
and everything like that. But
as far as intimate relationships, I think it's something that's in everyone. I think everyone wants to be loved in some type of way, or wants to do what they think is love, whether, someone else may not think that's love. But, we all have desires. We all have something in us, most people anyway, that wants something from somebody else, whether that be sex or whether that be the attention in an intimate way. It's something that you want from somebody else. I don't know if I explained that correctly, but go ahead.
Yeah, because you got me with that baffled look.
Right.
So I know I got what you're saying. Basically, you feel like most people, because of their own ids or their own wants, that's why they pursue intimate relationships. Relationships with other, monogamous relationships with other people. Right.
I think humans come with that in them, the pursuit of love. And I think whether you want to call it love, lust, sex, attention, like whatever it is, I think humans come with that. Like you want, and I think animals do. I think animals come with.
We're crazy. It's a natural instinct.
Want a natural,
It's a natural instinct. But I'm not just talking about the natural instinct. I'm talking about like the psychological part.
Oh, okay.
Like mentally, why? Okay, so where I'm going with this is, I had a friend of mine and we were having a discussion. She read an article, and within this article, it discussed 5 reasons as to 5 reasons why you shouldn't be in a relationship. Like if you're seeking out a relationship, an intimate relationship with someone, these are 5 reasons you shouldn't be in one. If you have any of these reasons,
right?
And without going through all 5 reasons, like I'll give you like 2. One of them was like if you want to be married and have a family and a child and all that, that is not a healthy reason to seek out an intimate relationship with somebody.
Okay.
If you're lonely and you just want somebody to be with,
right,
that is not a healthy reason in a relationship. If you're looking to fulfill a sexual desire, those are not
that's
healthy.
Definitely wrong.
And the reason is said because those are actually selfish reasons to pursue an intimate relationship.
So what's the right reason?
Because you're looking to help somebody grow and they can help you grow.
Okay.
If you can't offer somebody growth, basically, if you're not looking for an intimate relationship to help or to inspire or to love somebody or give, if you're not looking to give and only receive, but we don't really see, you don't really analyze your intent as I want to just receive.
Right.
We don't look at our actions that deep when we do it.
Everybody got a list.
Right. But if you're not looking to give versus receiving, then your relationship is probably doomed to fail.
So you have to find that person who you have a desire to give to?
Yeah.
Okay.
You and that person have to be on the same page where y'all are equal. You know, all y'all are feeding each other.
Right.
You can reciprocate that when somebody, whatever you're giving that person, they can reciprocate it.
Now, would you say that's a form of chemistry?
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know. Honest answer. Form of chemistry?
Just because basically you're saying you need to find that person who you have something with where you're reciprocating as well as, you know.
Yeah, I think you need somebody to be on the same page with you. I have to have a certain mind frame.
Almost like
the same box.
Two chemical compounds. Like one needs the other to kind of balance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus like oil and water. Like
they
need to
mix.
stay away from each other.
Yeah,
right.
Because y'all don't have the same views, the same perspective, and y'all not looking to give. Like the person is constantly like, you don't fulfill, or I need this to be fulfilled.
Somebody gonna be drained.
You're gonna be drained.
You're
gonna be drained.
Ooh,
because my current philosophy is, if I meet somebody and they are not naturally happy with themselves,
self-happiness,
I can't date you.
Right, because you don't have time to be trying to make her happy.
Well, no, not even.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It's not even time, because initially I will make them happy.
Right.
Because I'm fulfilling that void of happiness and elation. I'm helping create that happiness that they were searching for on an external level. But internally, they're still not good. So what's going to happen is over a period of time, eventually, that's going to wear off. Okay. I'm not going to be able to match that anymore.
Right.
So they go back to their initial state.
Right.
And I'm no longer a symbol of happiness.
So she'll get immune to your happy
she
drug.
Gets immune to my happiness.
Right.
Yeah, my happy drug, because you build up a level of immunity because you get used to it. It's not the same after a while. Shit dies down, the lust wears off, the initial excitement wears off, and now I'm just a regular individual again in her space of unhappiness, or his space of unhappiness, however we want to put it.
Right.
So they revert back to their initial state, or whatever it was that was affecting them. Right. Or say issues come up within the relationship and we didn't have some kind of foundation because I wasn't helping you grow or anything like that, then I can't help you build because you didn't allow me in. You didn't allow me to, I'm not giving you that. So again, you go back to that unhappy state.
Do you think that when the people of the baby boomer generation, because more of them are married than any generation, do you think they were thinking about all of this when they were getting together?
I don't think they had as many distractions.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't think it has anything with they were thinking about it. I don't think anybody's thinking about this. Right. I think that's why we're in the state that we're in.
Because we think too much.
No, because we're not thinking enough.
Oh, okay, because we're not thinking enough.
We don't put enough, we don't take enough time out of the day to really process our thoughts. Right. You know, working class, and when I say we, I mean working class and lower class.
Right.
I can't speak for people with wealth and money who have time to have the luxury of time. Right. And some of them don't. Right. Some of them don't. Yeah. You know, they may not realize that, but I just don't believe that we put enough energy into really looking and digging into the severity of how serious it is, or what kind of energy we need to invest in having a healthy relationship, or trying to build a healthy relationship, and why are we doing our motivation behind it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
People get caught up in like everything else, from social media to friends to
I think that's why the divorce rate is increasing.
It's crazy. It's always increasing. It's never going down.
I just watched this previous episode of Blackish, and for the past 3 episodes, they've been dealing with divorce.
They getting divorced?
2 main characters. I don't know if they are, but the 2 main characters.
Oh, they're going through it, huh?
They're going through it.
Wow.
And it's showing it from a real perspective. They're not sugarcoating it. They're not downplaying it. And it's just because they're bumping heads because communication has changed. Time has changed. You got, like I said, you got more stuff around you influencing you. Social media has created, I think, increased our wants, our needs, our urge to meet the Joneses.
We got phones.
Yeah. You got cell phones that go everywhere you go.
You got a relationship with your phone, first of all.
You got apps that will introduce you to people.
Yeah, social media.
Think about it. In the 80s, you couldn't go on the Match.com and find somebody.
Right.
You had to go to dating service or some stuff like that. You looked desperate when you did that.
Right.
And then even at one point in time when the dating services became online, like the match and all that came about, that still was like a slight it was kind of taboo to even be on those.
Because everyone was just kind of like, you gonna go online and meet a stranger?
Right.
He could kill you.
Exactly. But now it's like the norm.
Yeah.
You meet somebody on Tinder and it's like,
yeah, it's...
You want to go get something to eat?
Yeah, meet me here. Yeah, meet you there.
Right.
You're a normal motherfucking person. Like, just another person trying to find love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it makes sense because we're in the app age. So now apps make sense to me.
Right.
Now, I don't think you can approach an app the same way you can approach meeting someone in person.
Okay.
But I get why they're around.
Yeah, we've been shifted. It's a technological shift,
and people don't have time. People doing all type of stuff. Everyone working more. Everybody doing this more. Everybody an entrepreneur. Like people need that fast paced meet and greet.
Right.
Like they don't have time
to just go chill.
Right.
But I don't think that's healthy.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's healthy
because we're doing everything in haste now.
Right. It's taking you off the
Right.
That's the
in my opinion, things that come in haste leave in haste.
I like that. Things that come in haste, leave in haste.
Yeah. Any decision I made in haste usually was not the best or...
That's true.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to say I overthink it. You know, I have a certain line, a certain limit to how far I'm going to go with searching, but at the same time, like, nah, man, need to slow down.
Right.
We all need to slow down. What else was I about to say? Do you think people have too much expectation out of people in relationships nowadays? Or do you think I don't know how to put this, like expectations of relationships?
What do I think?
You feel like they're a lot more, are they realistic?
No. Like, I think people want the world. And I think we all have expectations.
Okay, you know what? I got it wrong.
Okay.
That wasn't what I was trying to say. Do you think that individuals actually think out or have too many expectations of a person before they get to know them going into the relationship with them?
I think, yeah, a lot of times because, first of all, when you're meeting someone, you have to get to know them a little bit.
True.
And I think, especially when you rush through things and when you don't take the time to do what you need to do, that means you still have expectations because you don't really know the person yet. If you knew them, your expectations would be different. So I know you do so-and-so, so I expect you to do so-and-so. Versus, I don't know if he do so-and-so yet, but I'm expecting him to do so-and-so because that's what I want.
Right.
So I think expectations can sometimes set you up for disappointment.
So a better question is, our expectations are unrealistic.
They're unrealistic, and a lot of times they don't make sense, and they're premature.
Ooh, that was better.
Okay,
our
that makes more sense.
Expectations are premature.
Damn, we got there. It took us a while.
Yeah, man, we getting there, bro. But no, for real, our expectations, that makes sense. Our expectations are getting premature when it comes to what you want from a person before you even know who they are and how they operate. You're already expecting them to abide by certain things. So I feel like that's the other thing. We're moving so fast and in haste, we don't even give ourselves time to really get to know a person.
Right.
And where I'm going, well, I'll tell you where I'm going with this at the end. But I think, yeah, man. When we get to know somebody and it feels good in the beginning and we create all these crazy expectations very, very early, and then once we get to know the person, we're like, oh man, they might not be able to meet that, and then it creates some kind of issue at that point.
And it's hard not to do because I almost feel like it's this thing that happens in your brain. Like, it just starts to create this world on its own. It happens in my brain. When you meet somebody, it could be with a person or with like a job. Your brain will just start acting as if you already have this thing. So it starts to make this world. Like, my brain does it all the time. Like, it does. It makes it seem as if I'm going to just go and all of this is just going to happen. So it's almost like you got to stop yourself from creating something that's just a bunch of assumptions.
Damn, man, you getting deep. You dropping jewels on y'all today, son. He's dropping jewels left and right, and I ain't talking about his balls.
Damn.
But I think another thing that affects the longevity of the relationship, intimate relationship that we create nowadays is because we don't have the strength to really endure the initial phase. Like once the lust and stuff wears off, like we're like, oh snap, I'm good. I don't really want to do this.
Like, well, that was
this
good.
Is too much work. This is too much. But ironically at the same time, you know why I feel like never thinks like that? Dysfunctional people. So, two negative people are not going to look at each other like, yo, they negative. I don't want to be around them. They're so negative that they're used to the drama and all that, so they just feel like it's a part of...
They work right on
out. Work, right. So they work out and they stick together in relationships. Because I look at like two crazy or two people who come from real like poverty situations or just crazy situations. I'm like, how do they stay together? Like they constantly because
they're in their comfort zone.
But that's their comfort zone because they so used to the craziness that because they don't have no expectations.
And there's so many crazy people stay with each other forever and ever.
Right. So it's not about true strength or everything. They're used to it so they can endure it. Do you think that the truth should always be told? How does truth play into relationships? Honesty.
Honesty should always be there. Should always be there. I'm pretty honest for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And then when you say honest, do you mean like you can not lie but just not mention?
Yeah, that's lying through omission.
I hate that term.
That's lying through omission. You omitting information.
I just didn't feel like talking about it. But honesty is very important. I think honesty is very important. It stops something from turning into something so big and uncontrollable, you know.
But what about instances where you're honest and you're upfront about whatever is going on with you, and the individual may say like, okay, I got you, I understand. But then in the long run, they're like, okay, I know you told me that, and I understand you told me that truth. I thought I could handle it. But, you end up facing the same outcome telling them the truth in the beginning.
I mean, that's just what it's going to be. When you honest and you did the right thing, that's for them to make that decision. Like, you did what you're supposed to do. You gave them the chance to judge you on something that was, fact versus lying or lying through omission, like you said. You didn't really give a person a chance to give an accurate judgment on something. That's how I feel. So it may not work in your favor now. I'm not saying that honesty is going to get you in the right place. Not even the right place, but in the place where you want to be. But honesty is always the way to go, I would say.
Yeah, I had this conversation with a married friend of mine recently. And it was funny because he said this. He's like, man, I try to be as honest as possible.
You're right.
Honest as possible.
Right.
I realize certain stuff she just don't need to know.
Is that lying through omission?
That is lying through omission.
Who made up that
is
term?
Lying through omission, but
I gotta tell you everything. That's my life.
I gotta tell you everything. I can't. Sometimes it's not healthy to tell you everything. Right. Some stuff you just
ain't ready.
Don't need to be. You ain't ready. You don't need to be a part of. And that's crazy to me because I'm like, yo, then what's the point of trying to be honest in general? You know what I'm saying? When you can't tell that person 100% of everything that's going on around you. And I understand that's me being optimistic and, you know what I'm saying, really.
Those are expectations.
Yeah, that's crazy expectations. But it's just crazy because it's like we all talk about you want to meet somebody who's going to be 100 with you.
But when I 100 with them.
Right. Or you ain't being 100 with yourself by saying, yo, maybe if that individual is 100 with me, can I handle everything that this person has to say?
Look here, y'all better take a good 75 and roll with it. The way these streets set up.
You need 75% honest, and you just need to be blind to some shit just to survive. But yeah, man, like the honesty thing is a crazy subject or a crazy aspect of relationships in general. I ain't even say for me.
And that's it. Honesty is trust too. So if you fuck that up, That's like a whole nother level of...
Yeah. Okay, never thought about it like that. So there you go. Honestly, you just gave me a light bulb moment.
A light bulb moment.
This just gave me a light bulb moment. But now, the reason I wanted to discuss this, and the whole reason I was bringing this up, because I'm looking at the dynamics of men and women and how fast we jump into relationships because something feels good, and what are we truly trying to pursue when we get into these relationships, and do we even take the time to really even establish a foundation?
Right.
Because we're in such a rush and we're moving in, everything is so rapid paced nowadays that we're eager to get in, find it, get in, lock it down, make it ours.
Frame it.
From the self. You say fright?
Frame it.
Frame it and put it on a wall so it doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
And you end up killing it eventually because at the end of the day, once, like I said, once the newness wears off of it, what do you have? Have you established the foundation? There's so many people, like for instance, sex is an important aspect of relationships. But after about 30, 40 years, sex probably is important, but your ability to communicate and have a healthy friendship
way
is way more important.
I gotta tolerate you.
We gotta tolerate you. Or the stuff that you're trying to be fulfilled, that you're trying to get fulfilled by seeking out somebody. That's why that passage or that magazine made sense to me, that if you're pursuing these 5 things, you're really not trying to pursue a healthy and honest relationship. You're just looking for somebody to fulfill or to fill those voids, for you, instead of you trying to fill those voids for yourself. Right. And finding your own happiness. And then once you have your happiness, taking that and building healthy relationships, family members, friends, foundations for those relationships with the people that you encounter.
Right. I also feel like people rush into relationships because of age. I think people feel like they should be at a certain place at a certain age. Okay. So it makes them feel like, all right, I'm 32. By now I should be in a relationship. And I think it makes you feel like you should skip certain steps.
Ooh, sort of fear of time.
Yeah, time. Biological clock. For women especially.
Yeah, okay. I give you the biological clock. Yeah. I give you the biological. I can't knock that. But what about people with children who've had children after a while who are still seeking?
I guess I was talking about single people.
Yeah, you're talking about single people with no kids, but people with children who already have that, but now they're not worried about trying to have children with somebody. They're just trying to find that individual that they connect with. And I don't think they take time. Excuse me. Wow, that just came out. I don't think we take enough time and invest enough time in people to really get to know them and establish a foundation with them before we decide that this is going to be the person that I rock with forever.
Right. It's like we don't have enough time. We don't take enough time.
And we also have this illusion that these people are going to be with us. So another thing that is starting to dawn upon me is we don't live in the now.
So you think we should be enjoying the present moment?
I think you should, instead of trying to figure out how you're going to lock this person down or how you're going to keep them around you forever, because that's just unrealistic for me. Nobody's going to be here forever. I don't give a shit if y'all break up. Like, you can't determine what this person's expiration date is on this universe or on this planet.
But do you think when people think like that, like they want to be with someone forever, do you think it's giving them structure?
No, I think it's giving them unrealistic expectations. So I'm not saying don't plan for your future, but once you establish something with somebody, then start planning. We start planning before the roots are even.
So should you not have any expectations?
Yeah, you should just be learning and living in the now and learning this person.
Because some people would say that expectations are kind of like how they structure and how it guides them towards what they want. And they feel like if they don't have expectations, they would just be accepting anything that comes across. So should I have...
No, you should know what you're rooted in.
Right. You should know yourself.
You need and you know yourself, so you know what you accept.
Right.
But having expectations of another person performing those acts,
right?
When you don't know this person and how they operate, and you've only been around them for 3 or 4 months, and because it feels good for the first 3 or 4 months, you're just going to assume this is how they're going to operate for the rest of your relationship, and then saying, well, this is who I'm going to be with, and I want to lock you down, or I need to know, where do you see us going from this point, where you still are trying to figure out this individual and how they function in this world. It's setting yourself up for a downfall.
Okay.
On top of the fact that, again, we just don't take time to enjoy each other and spend time with each other.
Enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment.
Right.
We're concerned about if you're going to be with me, because now I like you so much, I don't want you to be with nobody else. So I need to know what the outcome of our relationship is going to be so I can know where I'm going and where we're going. Focus on your stuff while you building with this person. And while you building with this person and you making yourself stronger, that'll only allow you or give you the strength to handle whatever is going to come your way with you and that person. So y'all can become stronger as a unit. Because if both of y'all are becoming stronger individually, when y'all come together as a unit, it's going to be a stupid foundation.
True.
Because while you growing separately, you growing together at the same time. You know, because you're working on your stuff and y'all working on something, because even in the marriage, bro, you should be working on yourself.
Oh, you should always be working on yourself. You should never stop working on
yourself. Helps you work on your marriage. I mean, it help your marriage be better, because every time you figure something out, then you got a partner you could go to.
Right.
But you got to build a level of trust, and we don't even get that. We don't give it that kind of time anymore. Like, I feel like a lot of dating situations, after the first night of intimacy, we've already made like fucking just pretty much, or having sex, just cut the ribbon on intimacy. Like, oh, okay, sex is the big scissors, and we just cut the ribbon. It's like, okay, this is who I'm gonna be with, or now this person's gonna be with me at this point because they slept with me. And I don't say everybody functions that way, but I do think that the average person, or a large percentage of individuals, that's their trigger. Like, we banging.
Right.
So now it's about to be me and you. Like, sex is it's important, but it does not determine the healthiness of a relationship.
Right. There's a lot more to relationships.
There's a lot more to it. And again, my main point is, we're not trying to build foundations. We're not trying to build friendships before we put all this pressure on it early, where, for instance, think about when you meet somebody that you're not trying to be intimately involved with, you don't put no doggone pressure on that situation. You just hanging and kicking it with that person.
So you think we should approach every new person, period, like that? Yeah. Oh, that's almost like a platonic. Everything should start off platonic. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. And you got any more questions?
No, I'm good, man.
I think that's a great place to end it. Everything should start off platonic. I like that. I like that a lot.
I was like, man, yeah, that was a good conversation.
That's my light bulb moment.
Everything should, man. But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed this conversation.
I did too.
That's what's up.
Make sure y'all follow us.
Please
at LBM
Podcast.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitter.
And I'm Deshaun Duran.
And I'm Asinia. Asi baby.
Peace out.
Peace out, man.